You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by SnowyRadio.com.
Woohoo! Snowy Radio, get through the weekend okay? A little inclement weather happening.
Starting to feel like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Maybe, because, tomorrow, return to
again,
it's like third or fourth fall tomorrow.
That's what I was reading.
Briefly.
So we got like fake winter, and then it'll be like kind of back to fall again.
Oh, this kind of climatic changes just kind of give me the vapors. I don't know what to do.
but this night, if we get a nice little spike, it'll be good for folks that want to put up Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving.
Gosh, and that's all I'm concerned about. Mine are already up, mainly because they haven't come down since '87.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Let's celebrate a few birthdays this auspicious Monday, shall we?
Shall.
Ed Asner, who you've had the pleasure to talk to.
Yes,
John.
Just passed away.
Yes, he did. It was earlier this year, as a matter of fact. Ed Asner, we knew him mainly as Lou Grant, of course.
Yeah.
He was the voice of the old guy in that animated film Up, which is a pretty cool movie, actually.
It was great.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
His voice that. He did some guest voice appearances on my all-time favorite animated series of all time, Angry Beavers.
All I know is, as I'm telling Dan, hey, I'm going to talk to Ed Asner.
Ed didn't remember even doing it.
Yeah, Dan says
like,
to me, he's like, oh, yeah, I have to tell him I really like him in Angry Beavers. And I go, oh, okay. And then I say something to Ed. Then it dawns on me, was Dan just messing with me again?
No, I was not.
Ed's like, Angry what? Angry Beavers. Was I in that? I'm like, according to Dan, that doesn't really mean anything.
I can prove it. I have the box DVD set of every episode.
I looked it up later because I thought, Dan is just messing with me.
Dang it, Dan.
It's a true story. And this man was indeed a national treasure, macho man. Ladies and gentlemen, snap into his Slim Jim, Randy Savage.
Nice.
Born this day, also checked out way too soon back in, holy cow, 2011.
Isn't that weird? Seems like just the other day.
And here's your $1 million question, John and Heidi.
All right, yeah.
Carol Bruce. Carol Bruce, come on. You're actually big fans.
Carol Burnett.
No.
Lenny Bruce?
Darn it, John. No. Carol Bruce, probably most famous as the character Lillian Mama Carlson on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
She also had a bit part as Joy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, that's right.
True story.
Yeah.
True story. All right, I keep that milling. It just keeps building interest. It's crazy. It was no, it wasn't. It was 1492. Whole different century. 1492. Christopher Columbus
Sailed the ocean blue?
No, makes a note. First recorded reference to tobacco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then he included a little drawing of a cartoon camel so the kids could enjoy it too.
Nice. He's a giver.
He's a giver. 1904. Speaking of cool stuff, 1904. King C. Gillette was not a king. That is his name. King C. Gillette patents the Gillette razor blade.
Yeah. That's cool.
And in 1986, Beastie Boys released their debut album, License to Ill, becomes the first rap album to go to #1 on the Billboard.
That was a great album.
Because they just knew. You got to fight for your right
you
to
gotta
party.
fight.
You do have
up until then, nobody had given voice to that.
Yeah,
You fight for your rights, you'll lose them.
Yeah, fight for your rights to party.
They were a blast. Big fan of the Beastie Boys. So there you go. I know, we all know. We just get this thing done.
We are going to do exactly that. It's the John And Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by our commercial-free Christmas channel. It's launched and streaming and having fun now at SnowyRadio.com.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this fine Monday?
Not only do I find this interesting, but I'm doing this with some trepidation.
Oh, wow. Trepidation's a big word.
I've actually been sitting on this for the better part of a week because I know when I get into it, you two are going to go to the rodeo.
Oh, no.
So I've actually blocked out the next 3.5 hours of our programming.
Oh, nice.
So you two can just do what it is you do.
Okay, I am set. I am ready. Dan, fire when ready.
According to a recent national survey talking to married couples, coast to coast.
Hey, we're married.
This is pretty interesting because, one of the big deals coming out of the pandemic, if you were in one of those situations or one of those states or whatever, where you're actually quarantined, where you were locked down for a long, long time. It got to be known as like the quarantine 15, referring to people are putting on weight, man, because they're just sitting at home, okay?
Yeah.
Well, it's running a little deeper than that because that really wasn't a myth. A lot of people did experience weight gain. So these people were talking to couples going, so how you doing? And these were some of the answers. 57% of the couple surveyed said at this point they are less attracted to their partner now than before the pandemic. Two in three say their partner looks worse than they did.
Wow. That's not nice.
John.
It's not nice.
Say me, dude. I'm just reading the stats.
Yeah. All right. I'm just saying it ain't nice.
No, John's sitting over there guilty.
No.
79% say their partner needs to lose some weight.
Yeah, well.
The average poundage wished to be lost, 22 pounds. So you're getting pretty clear on this. 55% of those surveyed say they have been embarrassed by their partner's appearance now in social situations.
Heidi has, but it's usually when I wear Crocs.
I'm embarrassed when you wear Crocs, and I'm not married to you. I'm embarrassed for anyone who wears Crocs. I don't even have to know you.
I know. It's awful.
Like, do you own a mirror?
Come on, man.
Now, beyond just the weight or the aging thing or getting a little slovenly, married couples, Americans are noticing that their partners seem to be a little more slacking these days. In fact, half of those folks, married couples, notice that their significant other is still dressing more casually than they did before, and 46% say their partner spends less time on personal hygiene. That's almost half.
Yeah.
Which they say has, in fact, impacted their intimate lives. 56% say they are having those relations less than they did just a year and a half ago.
No,
Isn't that something?
That's something.
That's something. Heidi's over here weeping openly. John just doesn't get it.
Figure out what I did wrong.
And me, hey, ladies, I'm single. Check this out. With a job.
Oh, true story. I can vouch for that.
I shower every day.
There you go. Nice.
Go to the gym. Mm-hmm. Cars are paid for.
So in other words, he's a catch, is what we're saying.
And sometimes when I give a massage, it's just about the massage.
I don't know if I believe any of that.
Call the studio line now. Operator line.
What would you do if somebody did call, Dan?
I'm just trying to take the heat off you, John. That's all I'm doing.
And for those of you who've recently, had issues with all of this and you find yourself single, this break brought to you by SiouxEmpireSingles.com.
Yes, and I'll make it real easy for you. My track record goes like this. We'll get together. You probably won't like me. You get a house.
All right. Dan, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by SiouxEmpireSingles.com. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. This time of year when we have winter and then fake winter and then spring again or fall again.
It's just crazy, isn't it?
Whatever day, you know what? Any day of the week is a good day for a nice warm cup of joe at Kaladi's. So you can go in there, get something warm you up.
Every darn thing out of their kitchen is amazing, too. Fantastic menu. It's just, they got a great vibe, man. And the only place in town to get it. Absolutely. Let's see. Haven't talked about it in a little while. Should we kind of set our sights on the Sioux Falls PD?
Yes, we should.
Men and women in blue.
Yeah, absolutely.
We dig them. Got some big stuff going on. Maybe you heard the story already. We'll get into it in just a moment. But it's important to note that our Sioux Falls Police Department, any given month, responds to anywhere between 7,000 and 8,000 calls.
Wow.
That's every single month. Crazy? Everything from accidents to vandalism to burglaries to assaults, fist fights, domestic stuff, you name it. Of course, when you think about it, holy cow, now in the past couple of weeks here, the incidences of people being shot and killed at Giliberto's little taco joint there in Minnesota, that's up 100%.
Is it really? Wow. That's not good.
But by the same token, people being shot and killed by Alec Baldwin is up 100%.
Yeah, of the two, I'm a bigger fan of Gilberto's. They got some good stuff there.
But here's the thing. Officers, firefighters, first responders, they have to be trained, and they have to be trained well.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So, last week, City of Sioux Falls broke ground, 42-acre public safety training campus in the northeast part of the city.
We just heard the mayor talking about it.
It's going to be amazing. 100,000 square foot facility, include the city's new 911 dispatch center, emergency vehicle operation track, which the city currently doesn't even have. Police building will replace the current outdated 40-plus-year-old structure, and will also include a 15-lane, Heidi, are you ready for this? A 15-lane firing range.
I know, how great is that?
Mayor Ted Hankins says that all these elements are severely overdue for the city, especially with the size it is now, and it's growing huge.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, it has doubled in size since I got here in 87.
It's doubled in size since you started this story.
So things are... Oh, it was a shot. He took a shot out of nowhere. Did you hear that?
No, that wasn't a shot. I'm just saying. It's growing.
We're going quick.
Mayor says he's proud of that, while other cities are dealing with things like defunding their police departments and messing around. Sioux Falls is making these kinds of investments to keep our citizens safe as possible.
Mm-hmm. And we follow where the city spends its money. And of all the things they could possibly spend money on, I am absolutely loving this.
You know, I could not find information.
I'm thrilled we could still afford it after the ice rip.
You know, because every now and again there'll be, federal dollars for this kind of thing, and there'll be this for that. So I kind of tried to get a track on where, and it is a price tag on this, by the way, is $52 million.
Yeah.
Okay? And all I know is... And I'm not sure if it's because the sun was already going down or not, but I drove by and it was Wednesday they broke ground, but they've already moved some materials into that area. Mm-hmm. It looked to me, and I was going pretty fast, about a 9-foot bronze statue of T. Denny with a badge and a 9mm Glock on his hip.
Oh,
so,
my.
I don't know.
You sure it was Denny?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. The likeness on those statues could be anybody.
It really could be. They all kind of look about the same.
It could be Buddy Hackett, Marilyn Monroe. We don't know who that is.
There's one statue mold that they keep using over and over. We don't know who it is.
Same one.
Yeah. Right, there's two, man or woman. That's the only difference.
There you go. So good luck with that. And they are hoping to have that thing, according to plan online, probably summer, fall 2023. So
nice.
Yeah, big undertaking, and we need it. And cool.
I agree.
Love it.
Very nice.
I am
Dan,
very excited about that.
Thank you for that, sir.
Absolutely.
This wonderful break brought to you by our friends at Kaladi's Bistro. They are perfectly located right down on 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. Bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some really cool positive news. And we have John Rosa joining us. He is the president and CEO at ThanksUSA. And a lot of folks listening are probably somewhat familiar. We play a PSA for ThanksUSA. But Mr. Rosa, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you, John. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little more about what you guys do at ThanksUSA. I think it's an amazing organization.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm really just focused on two main objectives, and that is to provide our military families the financial assistance they need to see their academic goals come true, and to make sure they have the resources they need to secure a job and a successful career. And, the mission is very, very simple for us. It's to show our gratitude and appreciation through education. And, this very simple gift opens up a world of opportunities for our military families who, next to their service members, make great sacrifices for the freedoms we enjoy today.
And how long has ThanksUSA.org and ThanksUSA been around?
We've been around for a little over 15 years, and in that time, we've been able to provide over $15 million in scholarships to over 5,000 military families, service members. And we're so honored to be great stewards of these funds, because without the support of everyday individuals who appreciate what our service members do, we could never be able to do that.
And if people listening are thinking, boy, this sounds like a really neat thing, how does that work? Do they make like a monthly pledge? Do they make a one-time donation? What does it usually look like for folks that do reach out and give to ThanksUSA?
Well, there's a wonderful number of ways for folks to support. The easiest way is to visit our website at ThanksUSA.org, and there are giving opportunities for direct giving, whether a one-time gift or a monthly gift. But we also have several events and activities to get behind, to be able to really get connected directly with our scholars and the military families. Obviously, with COVID and the challenges that's presented for all of us, we're not doing as much in-person stuff, but we have some incredible opportunities through, you can see some of our adaptive tennis programs we do with some of our disabled vets, and some other things that we'll be doing throughout this year. But go ahead and visit our website at ThanksUSA.org, and there's a ton of opportunities there to get involved.
And I'm on that site right now, and it's pretty darn simple. I can see where you can click to make a quick donation, but you can also learn about scholarships. You can learn about Pathways for Patriots and the different events that you guys have. Let's talk about the scholarships for people who maybe have kids that are in school and they're getting to that age where it's about time to start thinking about that. What are the requirements for the scholarships through ThanksUSA?
So our program is pretty. It's pretty straightforward. We provide academic scholarships to the sons and daughters of post 9/11 military veterans. So if you fall in with that large range, and spouses, sons, daughters, and spouses, so the dependents, you'll be eligible for a scholarship. Now, we're different than some scholarship programs, and I think this is important to point out. We certainly do look at the academic performance, the involvement in community, but we also look at something that I think is very important, which is sort of the character of service. What has your life been like because of military service? Yeah. How has that challenged you? How has that made you better? And so our scholarship program is really designed to recognize those who quietly and silently, really make great sacrifices. And our program is, you can apply once a year for the scholarship program, and we are able to, we receive about 2,500 applications a year. And for those that we are able to provide financial scholarships for, it's fantastic. But for those that we aren't able to, we also have a fantastic program called Pathways for Patriots. And our Pathways for Patriots program is really designed to connect our family members and service members in many cases with experts in their field. So if you're looking to advance your career or get into looking how to be more competitive in school or your job, or to learn more about how to conduct yourself well in the COVID world, we have courses and mentorship programs, or what we call a Pathfinder program, that goes on throughout every month. We have several sessions. So it's a great way for military families to connect with each other and to be able to kind of move forward and advance along in their careers as well.
Well, I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today, but also thank you for ThanksUSA.
Thank you so much. And again, visit ThanksUSA.org, and we greatly appreciate your support.
Again, John is with ThanksUSA, and the website is ThanksUSA.org. I'll throw a link to that on our Facebook page as well to make it really easy to find. So if you're driving or if you're doing something and you don't have a chance to write that down, I'll throw it on our Facebook page. But again, it's super simple, super easy. ThanksUSA.org.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day, whether you buy these weird gifts or not. It's worth checking out, just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for the newsiest news we do. It's time for news with Dan Farris.
Midnight oil, wear out the shoe leather, bang on desk, demanding answers. You guys want to hit the East Coast? Should we toddle off to New York here for this story?
Sure.
Because it's a fairly amazing story, something you certainly don't hear every day.
Okay.
Woman visiting New York's Bronx Zoo last Thursday climbed over the barrier to the lion exhibit, of course. Raised her hands in the air and shouted, I quote, "King, I love you. I came back for you." This apparently is the second time this same woman in the past 2 years has gotten into the Lions exhibit.
Wow.
So it's a thing. According to reports, about 4 p.m., staff were notified that a woman had stepped over the public barrier near the lion exhibit. Incident lasted only a couple minutes, and the woman was gone when staff actually arrived on the scene. Zoo officials say criminal trespass charges will be done. Okay, the woman, who, by the way, according to witnesses, and somebody actually got a photo, the woman was dressed in a red slip dress, leopard print scarf, and is seen throwing $100 bills in the air.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The woman was apprehended, according to some reporters had already gathered. She said, and I quote, I did visit my lion a couple years ago, and I missed him so much, had to do it again. So yes, King, I love you. I came back for you.
Wow.
Not kidding.
She should come visit me.
She might need some help.
Throw some cash my way.
Woman identified as Maya Autry described the experience as spiritual, adding, quote, "So no, I wasn't fearing of the lion because the lion loves me. That's why he came to me and I let the lion know, Lion, I love you too." I love this part. She was also arrested 2 counts of criminal trespass as she was caught on video entering a giraffe enclosure earlier in the day.
Wow.
She's spreading the love around.
I guess so.
I don't know. You hear that story and you were probably thinking to yourself, whoa, crazy woman. Me, I'm thinking dating material. Who wants to hear some sports?
I do.
Couple sports. Let's see what's going on. We're going to keep with the wildlife thing because I love this story a heck of a lot. We're going down to North Palm Beach, Florida. Golfers and residents at the North Palm Beach course have a new permanent neighbor. Some are a little nervous about it. They have notified residents surrounding area and golfers that there is an American crocodile who now lives in one of the ponds on the golf course. Here's the thing. It's a threatened species. They can't move it.
Oh.
So he's just going to stay. It's an 8-footer. Federal law literally doesn't allow the golf course to remove the animal. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has posted signs on the course warning golfers and others.
Gosh.
According to the Pro Shop staff at the country club, say the crocodile seems to kind of prefer the 8th hole and suns itself there quite a bit. Nearly every day and eats fish in the adjacent pond there.
Oh my gosh.
At night.
Nice.
According to the Florida Wildlife Commission, these crocodiles rarely interact with humans because of their shy, reclusive nature. However, as any predatory animal, people should use caution when near them. Yes, stumble over this bad boy in the golf term. Handicap is going to take on a whole new different meaning. All there is to it. It's pretty cool. I would golf there just see if what do you do?
You keep your golf clubs in your hand at all times.
So your fairway shot rolls up next to this bad boy.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened on Happy Gilmore?
Pretty much.
Didn't his hand get bit off?
That's true, yes.
Chubbs lost a hand to a gator.
This is it, life imitating art. It's right there.
True story now.
That's fantastic. Wow. From the Sunny 93.3 News Desk, I'm Dan Farris reminding you. It's news to me. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, November 15th, 2021. Equities finished the week strong last week, but are still down from the all-time high set the week before. This week, if the economic data fails to impress, the decline could deepen. The key report of the week will be the retail sales figure on Tuesday. But there are several reports that could move the market. Retail sales grew in the previous month, but were offset by a much larger than expected increase in inflation. And that is expected to be true this month as well. The question investors need to have answered is, how big of an impact are higher prices having on retail sales, and what does it mean for America's consumer economy? If prices continue to rise unchecked, the next recession could be just around the corner. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.